In this video, you are going to learn how to integrate LLM APIs with Replit. There are some important steps, so make sure you watch the whole tutorial. To get started with integrating our LLM API with Replit, we're going to visit replit.com. What we're going to make is an AI makeup advisor. So I'm going to say I want an AI makeup advisor, but I'm also going to describe what I want it to do. What we have is a very, very simple prompt. I haven't given it a product requirements document this time. I've just described this one-page application where the user can upload an image and clicks get feedback, and it sends that to OpenAI, and they get feedback from OpenAI. And I've also said it should be a single-page application. So we're going to go ahead and hit start building. Replit has now prompted us for an API key. So we are going to put an API key right here that we have got from OpenAI and hit continue. I'm not entirely sure it knows the full requests that I want. I do have an example in the playground that I've been playing with and testing that is perfect for what I want, but we're going to see what Replit comes up with. Now it's finished. Initially, I did ask for it to add a generate button. I think I said add a get feedback button, and there's no get feedback button. So I am going to have to prompt it again to say add the prompt get feedback button, but we're going to see whether it currently works. So we're going to upload this picture of Jennifer Lopez, and now the get makeup feedback button is showing. So that's fine with me. We hit it and we get request entity too large. So that is interesting. What we're going to try now is give it the example from the OpenAI playground. So I have the OpenAI playground. I'm going to give it this code, and we can see it's working here. We want to replicate this in Replit. Now we're going to try again, and we have our feedback, and it's even formatted it in a really, really nice format. You can see here that is given overall impression, strengths, areas for improvement. Now, here's the challenge. This looks very nice and structured, but this could change entirely depending on the AI's response. Because right now, we're just bringing back a text response, which can vary. Sometimes it might call it areas for improvement. Sometimes it might call it recommendations. Because when we go back to our prompt, we haven't given it an example of what we want in the output. You can see here, the output looks like this, but then we go back and the output looks like this. I believe Replit is framing the prompt in a very, very specific way to get an output like this. But even so, the example we gave it is a text output. So in a text format, we could put it in a format that's a JSON object, which is more structured. And JSON schema is very, very structured. And JSON schema is for when we want these specific categories, these specific pieces of content almost every time. We haven't done that. So we're going to give it another image and see how it does. We want to try to create as much consistency as possible. In this particular tutorial, it's just about integrating the LLM with Replit. And you saw it's very, very straightforward. So we're going to try again with another image. So this is good. There's unsupported file types. So I'm going to find another image online that is supported using PNG or JPEG. Now we have another image. What we're going to do is click and use that image and test with a new image and see what the output is going to be like. It's very good. The output is structured, and it has the areas improvement, it has the strengths, and it has the overall impression, and this is exactly what we want. So now we want to try to add some additional features. What Replit is doing is prompting me to add a user database to store user data. I'm not sure if I want to store user data, but I do want to add additional features. What we're going to do next is add a drop down with options for occasion. So users can upload a selfie, a picture that's been taken of themselves or maybe their friend, and they can select a drop down for the occasion. Maybe it's a party, maybe it's a date, maybe it's a family gathering, and their recommendations and their advice will be based on the particular occasion. I believe it's finished, so we're going to upload a selfie. This time we're going to upload Doshi. And we're going to select a occasion. So let's say work professional. And we're going to get feedback. Now, work professional does depend on what your job is. Hopefully it's changed the prompt and we can see what comes back. So I believe it is providing recommendations. Yeah. So it is taking consideration. It says, hey, the makeup is bold and artistic, which it is, showcasing creativity and strong features. But for a professional work environment, a subtle approach might be more appropriate. So it talks about what works well and the areas of improvement. And it does say recommendations here, but I'm not sure why this UI is like this and it's not very clear. You can't actually see the recommendations text. What we want to do now is add a feature that allows us to use a camera. So we can either upload an image or we can use a camera. So we're going to prompt Replit to allow us to use the camera to do that. Now Replit is finished, we can now either upload the image, what we previously did with Dochi and Halle Berry, or we can take a selfie. So I'm going to try to take a selfie. I am going to pause the video and then take it because I can't use the camera at the same time. Replit has integrated the camera functionality, and you can see my selfie that I've taken with my camera. I'm going to select an occasion, let's say formal event. I'm not sure if it will pick up that I am a male. I'm not even sure if it makes a huge difference. It probably does with makeup. I don't know. I'm not a makeup person myself. So I'm going to hit get makeup feedback and just see what it says. It says you'll look naturally radiant and well suited for formal events. Enhancing a few areas with a sophisticated touch. So it wants me to enhance my skin luminosity with some foundation, add some eyeliner or mascara, and add some lip color. So very, very interesting. But we've added the camera functionality, which is what we wanted. This is a great MVP for a bigger application. It could be very interesting to analyze not just like your entire face makeup, but maybe just eyes specifically, maybe just contour specifically, maybe just lips specifically, maybe for different skin types. And there's lots of different things we can play on here, maybe use different influences, maybe you can even recommend different products. Like here it says it's recommending foundation and eyeliner mascara. Maybe it recommends me specific products based on brands that I might already like. But this currently is a great MVP and a way that I would recommend for you to begin with Replit and integrate in LLM APIs. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or if there's anything you want us to cover in the future, let us know in the comments. Be sure to check the link in the description to go to No Code MBA, a learning platform for dozens of in-depth, high-quality courses on no code and AI taught by industry experts. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.